ladies, let's get in Reformation.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the great but sometimes lesser-known gems from musicals that could use more love.
Oh, hello. Is it good to see me or what?
There will be some spoilers. Number 10, King of New York, Newsies.
Pair of new shoes with matching laces.
A permanent box at the Sheepshead races.
A porcelain tub with boiling water. A Saturday night with the mayor's daughter.
Look at me, I'm the King of New York.
We're glad this Alan Menken movie musical, initially a box office bomb, finally got the recognition it deserves from its 2012 Broadway run. This song in particular, about the newsboys' elation at landing themselves on the front page, builds its own musical excitement.
Yeah! With liquor, fame works quicker when you're king of New York.
I gotta be either dead or dreaming. Cause look at that cake with my face beaming. Tomorrow they may wrap fishes in it, but I was a star for one whole minute.
With typical Newsies panache, the number features cheeky rhymes and is filled with neat tavern choreography. Newspaper strikes have never been so stylish. Unfortunately, this song gets often overshadowed by Seize the Day, Carrying the Banner, and the show-stopping solo Santa Fe. With so many flashier numbers, King of New York was bound to be overlooked. Not by us, though.
History! Love history, gods and glory, I'm the king. Of New York!
Number 9, All the Things You Are, very warm for May.
The promised kiss of springtime that makes the lonely winter seem long.
Musicals may die, but their songs often live on. In 1939, Jerome Kern and Oscar Hammerstein II's last musical opened to very mixed reviews, no doubt because of the changes to its book. We say no doubt because one of its numbers, All the Things You Are, is a timeless beauty.
Finding your love, I found my adventure. Touching your hand, my heart beats the faster.
Kern's lush melody and Hammerstein's poetic sensibility blend seamlessly together, rivaling even the latter's romantic work with Richard Rodgers. In time, this piece became a standard by countless artists, including Ella Fitzgerald.
The angel glow that lights a star. The dearest things I know are what you are.
But it is still mostly forgotten by today's musical theater crowd, especially compared to celebrated romantic songs like So in Love and If I Loved You. It would make for a great audition song at least.
When all the things you are.
Number 8, Today for You, Rent.
It was my lucky day today on Avenue A when a lady in a limousine drove my way. She said, darling, be it here, haven't slept in a year. I need your help to make my neighbor's yappy dog disappear.
Rent has countless unforgettable numbers, including the iconic Seasons of Love, so it's no surprise that this upbeat number has been largely disregarded. Musically and lyrically, though, this number interweaves many allusions seamlessly, from Oh Holy Night to Thelma and Louise and everything in between.
Like Thelma and Louise did when they got the blues. Swan dove into the courtyard of the Gracie Muse. Today for you, tomorrow for me. Today for you, tomorrow for me.
Jonathan Larson's skillful adaptation of Puccini is full of wit and energy, and Angel is a cinnamon roll of a character. What can we say? When properly done, doing away with certain pets just makes for good musical theater. Unfortunately, the film version converted most of the recitatives into spoken dialogue, leaving only Angel's part.
Then I dressed his wounds and got him back on his feet. Today for you, tomorrow for me. Today for you, tomorrow for me.
Still, it doesn't diminish the song's light when properly done on stage. Number 7, Wishing You Were Somehow Here Again, The Phantom of the Opera.
You were once a friend and for
other, then my world was shattered.
An even better Puccini pastiche, Phantom of the Opera's lush score never fails to stir the heart, from its main theme to Music of the Night and All I Ask of You. So Christine's remembrance of her late father often gets overlooked among other set pieces.
Wishing you were somehow here again. Wishing you were somehow near.
It does not help matters that, while most of the music gets reprised in some way, Wishing You Were Somehow Here Again is mostly heard in this scene.
Too many years fighting back tears. Why can't the past just die?
But its climax does achieve classical gravitas, especially in an instrumental arrangement. Andrew Lloyd Webber's talent at melody and scoring is still unsurpassed among modern composers. Number 6. Shadowland, The Lion King. We've all heard this melody before. In the original animated film, this poignant Hans Zimmer leitmotif was played during Mufasa's death, and again after Simba vanquishes Scar. The death motif was repurposed in the stage musical into a sung solo for Nala, who decides to leave Pride Rock after Scar's harassment. With its haunting lyrics and strong chorus, Shadowland makes its own impact. It also gives Nala more of a dramatic voice and arc, as well as showcases the pride's familial bonds. It's a shame that it doesn't get as much love as the other Elton John material. Number 5. Get Down, 6.
Sitting here all alone on a throne in a palace that I happen to own. Bring me some pheasant, keep it on the bone.
6 follows the 6 wives of Henry VIII in their afterlife, sharing their stories and vying for who had it worse with their loutish husband. Of them all, Anna of Cleves had the easiest time, as Henry was quickly turned off by her appearance and refused to consummate the marriage.
So I'm gonna hang it up for everyone to see, and you can't stop me, 'cause I'm the queen of the castle. Get down, you dirty rascal, get down.
Her divorce from him was accomplished with no loss of life. The same can't be said for Anne Boleyn's sad end or Catherine Howard's horrific tale of abuse. Maybe that's why Cleves' solo doesn't get as much attention. But Get Down is still a bop, with Cleves boasting about her riches and casting shade on Henry's shallow chauvinism. We'll always get down for this song.
Get down, get down, get down, get down, get down, get down.
Number 4. Do You Love Me? Fiddler on the Roof.
Golden, do you love me?
Do I what?
It's no tradition or to life, and it rarely comes to mind when you think of this seminal musical. But regardless, this number always strikes a tender chord. After accepting the inevitability of Hodel and Perchik's marriage, Tevye finally thinks about romantic love. Specifically, he wonders whether he and his wife of 25 years have it. Tevye and Golda's marriage was traditionally arranged, with 5 daughters as a result.
The first time I met you was on our wedding day. I was scared.
I was shy.
I was nervous.
So was I.
Golda's practical responses compared to Tevye's insistence is charming. In a medium replete with passionate and sweet love songs, it's a nice change to have a down-to-earth love song. Of course, that's why it doesn't get as much credit, but still, it's a nice song to know.
Alles mit ihm bei Nacht, bei Tag. Ist das nicht Liebesang?
Liebst mich Tage.
Doch sich mir so.
Number 3, The Abduction. Natasha, Pierre, and the Great Comet of 1812.
Friends of my youth, when shall we meet again? I'm going abroad.
This cult favorite musical is an unusual and quirky one in many respects. But this scene, with Anatole and Natasha celebrating their elopement, deserves its laurels.
Now drink!
Beginning with a haunting Russian folk waltz, it becomes an upbeat celebration that definitely gives tribute to Fiddler on the Roof's lively to life. It's a whirlwind of a song, but it gets overlooked by the show's prologue and other spectacular set pieces. It's a complicated Russian novel to follow, and everyone's got 9 different names. But this song should be on everyone's radar.
May your sorrows be counted and number as many as drops of wine and vodka that stay in my glass.
Number 2, A Little Fall of Rain, Les Misérables.
Don't you fret, Monsieur Marius. I don't feel any pain. A little fall of rain.
We're not crying, it's just a little fall of rain in our eyes. Claude-Michel Schönberg and Alain Boublil's opera pastiche has tons of small and emotionally devastating numbers to pick. And that's not to mention great, iconic heavyweights like On My Own and I Dreamed a Dream. For our part, we're going with Eponine's death duet with Marius, because even a heart of stone would be moved by these lyrics.
So don't you fret, Monsieur Marius.
You
don't feel any pain. A little fall of rain.
The central metaphor is particularly touching. While popular with the fandom, A Little Fall of Rain is very often overshadowed by the more bombastic songs and even catchier recitatives. But let's give it props.
And rain.
And rain.
We'll make the
flower.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. I've Never Been in Love Before, Guys and Dolls. This tender love ballad is one of Lesser's best and least appreciated songs.
So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love.
Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, Roberta. This jazz standard outlived its own musical, so we must give it props.
When your heart's on fire, you must realize smoke gets in your eye.
What Would You Do? Cabaret. For an underrated critique of complicity in the face of fascism.
The young always have the cure, being brave, being sure. But imagine if you were me.
So much better, Legally Blonde. Because those exuberant high notes are empowering and need more love.
I'll even dress in black and white. See, I don't think you're too fine. And you'll go much better, much better.
Hard to Be the Bard, Something Rotten. Shakespeare's sexy but hard comic number, among many great ones.
There's only so much of me to go around. I got so many plans and so many demands. I can only go take a peek. You get me. Be a theater freak or the autograph seeker. They all want a piece of me. Gimme.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, We Both Reached for the Gun, Chicago.
Who sprayed hastily?
My ex-boyfriend.
Why'd you shoot him?
I was leaving.
Was he angry?
Like like a madman. Still, I said, Fred, move along. She knew that she was doing wrong.
Oh yes, we picked this one for a very good reason. Granted, this song has had a great surge in popularity in recent years, becoming a viral TikTok audio, but it's still a lesser song compared to the likes of Cell Block Tango and all that jazz. Fortunately, the film's version executes this complicated number masterfully, as Billy Flynn coaches Roxy Hart on her fake story for the media. This number is also impressive on stage, as Roxy's actress must act like a puppet while Flynn's actor does the ventriloquizing. Also, let's face it, you never get this catchy refrain out of your mind. What other great musical song do you feel deserves more recognition? Let us know in the comments down below.
Maybe it's indigestion.
No, Goldie, I'm asking you a question. Do you love me?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.